I love how young this team is. Stay that way, man. Stay that way. We're going to drive these guys. This is going to be your league in a little while. But I appreciate you giving us this year.
That was 2007 after Duncan's Spurs swept LeBron's Cavs. And now, after 7 grueling games, LeBron has his revenge. And here he is at the championship podium at the AAA.
Chris Thomas at FoxSports.com. I mean, 2 things. LeBron, first of all, how does it feel to be a multiple champion? How does this compare to last year's one?
It feels great. This team is amazing. And the vision that I had when I decided to come here is all coming true. You know, through adversity, through everything we've been through, we've been able to persevere and to win, you know, back-to-back championships. It's an unbelievable feeling, and I'm happy to be part of such a first-class organization.
Can you just talk about stepping outside, hitting the 5 threes? What did you see that led you to do with that? And when you're making shots like that, I mean, you're totally unstoppable. I'm sure you would agree.
Yeah, I am. You said it. I mean, after 2.5 games, I watched film, and you know, my mind started to work, and I said, okay, this is how they're going to play me for the whole series. I looked at all my regular season stats, all my playoff stats, and I was one of the best mid-range shooters in the game, and I shot a career high from the three-point line. And I just told myself, why don't abandon what you've done all year? Don't abandon now just because they're going under, and don't force the paint. If it's there, take it. If not, take the jumper. And I think I did a good job in Game 4. Didn't make as many shots I would like to from the outside in Game 5, but I kept on getting into the rhythm of it. And just saying, you know, everything you've worked on, you know, the repetition, the practices, the off-season training, no matter how big the stakes are, no matter what's on the line, just go with it. And I was able to do that.
Michael in the middle.
LeBron, 3 straight finals trips, 2 straight championships. Do you guys feel like you're just starting to scratch the surface of the potential of this team?
I hope so. I hope so. This is what it's all about. You know, I came here to win championships, and to be able to go back-to-back, 2 championships in 3 years so far, it's the ultimate. So, you know, I don't want to think about next year. Right now, what our possibilities are next year, got to take full advantage of this one. So, you know, it's an unbelievable moment for our team.
Over here, 4th row.
LeBron, you were drafted 10 years ago this week. Can you put in perspective the improvement you've made as a player, and was that on display tonight?
Well, I mean, I said before the series that I was a better player than I was last time I faced the Spurs. Didn't look that way the first couple games, but I stuck with it. And through all the adversity and throughout, you know, the rhythm that I was in at that point, I just kept going and just trusted, you know, all the work that I put into my game. And to be able to come through for your teammates, for me, I think you know more than anybody how much I care about my teammates and hate letting my teammates down. To be able to come through for my teammates in the biggest moment, the biggest stage, makes me more satisfying than anything in the world.
Tim, in the front.
Bron, you have probably taken 2, maybe 3 weeks off since you came out of the cave after the 2011 finals. How is it possible that, I mean, you haven't really complained much about either, and then with kind of the whole thing on your shoulders, you come up with 37 tonight. How is that possible even for you?
Just, you know, the saying hard work pays off was a true testament to what happened tonight. And I know I'm not the only one that works hard. Give a lot of credit, first of all. I forgot to state that at the beginning, to the San Antonio Spurs. First-class organization, first-class players. But to be able to put in the work that I've put in since I got out of the cave, like you said, after that Dallas series, and for it to pay off like this, it's the ultimate. It makes you want to work even harder. And but I guarantee myself I'll take more than 2.5 weeks off this off season. I need it.
Well, that was the follow-up. One, do you know when the next time you're going to touch a ball will be? And two, have you thought about some of the other stuff you have going on this summer? Like,
well, yeah, I got a basketball
ceremony?
camp in Las Vegas. The top 100 high school kids from July 5th through the 9th. Hopefully I don't see none of you guys. No, I don't mind seeing you guys, by the way. But I probably would touch a basketball there just to mess around a little bit. But I wouldn't. I don't know. I haven't set my goals yet for my off-season training. I will. But not right now. Please don't ask me about my off-season training right now.
Paul, standing on the right.
LeBron, Paul Jones, Sportsnet 590. With regard to the last two games, defensively, Tony Parker had gotten away from you guys. What did you do in the last two games as a team, because you ended up on him a lot, to shut him down and corral him?
It's pressure. Trying to keep a body on him at all time. I think more than anything, having guys back in transition. I think we all know, if you watched the NBA over the last 10 years, Tony Parker is always in the top, 5, 10 in points in the paint. And it comes from early transition buckets, and it also comes from half-court sets when guys are just not alert. So our number one key with Tony Parker was when the ball went up, made or misses, we had to get 3 guys back. The guy that was guarding him, the big, and another guy to see bodies, because if it's one-on-one with Tony Parker, he's going to make you pay. He's going to make you pay. And the simple fact that we just keyed in on our details defensively, it helped us out a lot.
Tom.
LeBron, so many people are saying this was tougher, but everybody always says the first one's the toughest. Was this tougher for you, and what made it?
Well, last year when I was sitting up here with my first championship, I said it was the toughest thing I ever done. This year, I tell last year, he's absolutely wrong. This was the toughest championship right here between the two. Everything that we've been through throughout this postseason, especially in this finals, to be down. We were down every odd game. We were down 1-0. We tied it. We was able to take a lead, but then we was down. It was down. We were scratching for our lives in Game 6, down 5 with 28 seconds to go. And to be able to win that game and force a Game 7, just a true testament of our, perseverance and us being able to handle adversity throughout everything. And it meant a lot for us to be able to do that and force a Game 7 and being able to close it out at home.
And what did it mean to see Dwayne come out, do what he did early, aggressive, even waving you off at the end of the half to take that last shot?
Right. He was big time tonight. He didn't wait. He had, 5 or 6 one-on-one ISO situations, jumpers. He was in attack mode all night. He had 10 rebounds. He had 23 points. He had 2 block shots. I think one of the most important plays of the game that he didn't even make was his attack at the rim when he tried to dunk on Tim Duncan, and Tim Duncan got a piece of it. It just showed that at that point you knew that, this is the D-Wade that we've all wanted to see. And what can you say? He's a 3-time champion, gold medalist, finals MVP. He's one of the greatest 2 guards, one of the greatest players the NBA has ever seen. So he continues to add to his resume.
Joe and Howard, last 2.
LeBron, you've won it all now for 2 years in a row.
Where you at?
Right here.
Oh, all right, my bad.
You've won it all now for 2 years in a row. So, what's the goal now for your career going forward? Where do you want to go from here?
I have a few goals. My goal, one of my first goals is to continue to inspire the youth to want to play this game of basketball or to be better in whatever that they do. I love kids, and hopefully tonight I was able to inspire a lot, inspire millions to, no matter what they've gone through in their lives at that point in time, they can always overcome it. That's the first thing. Second thing for me is to continue to lead my teammates. Every single day in practice, every single day in film sessions. I know the grass isn't always green and there's going to be trials and tribulations, but hopefully I can continue to be the leader for my teammates. And then lastly, I want to be, if not the greatest, one of the greatest to ever play this game. And I will continue to work for that and continue to put on this uniform and be the best I can be every night.
Lastly, what do you do to reward yourself now? Because that was one of the most grueling stretches of the last month of the season, postseason, that anyone's ever seen. So what do you do to reward yourself?
I need to rest my body. I do. And as much as I love working out and as much as I love getting better, at this point I think the smartest thing to do is to rest my body. Give my body a break. I think that's the smartest thing. And I got a wedding coming up with my beautiful fiance, and it will be an unbelievable wedding now that we've won instead of losing. I might have called it off if we lost. So now it's going to be one of the best weddings ever. So I'm going to sign off with that, and I will see you guys when I see you guys, and please continue to motivate me. I need you guys. Thank you.
Congratulations to LeBron on the second championship and his upcoming wedding. And LeBron James joins Michael Jordan and Bill Russell as the only players in NBA history to go back-to-back seasons winning regular season MVP and gaining the championship as well. Absolutely ridiculous.